This is the Stage 3 B8 Audi S4. And this is me going sideways in the Stage 3 MK8 GTI.
Oh my goodness!
And this is 034 Motorsport. It is one of the largest tuning and hardware companies on the West Coast, operating worldwide. Located in Fremont, California, it is owned and operated by car enthusiasts just like you and I. And today, I'm going to take you along for the ride as we spend the next 3 days here at 034 Motorsport to see what really goes on behind the scenes at a tuning company. I'm going to show you what it's like to hang out at their WinterFest open house event, see some daily operations, talk to the CEO to get some insights, but most importantly, we'll get to see some behind the scenes development on this Bumblebee looking Stage 3 Power Max Turbo MK8 GTI, which will be taking on some twisty roads in Mexico. And lastly, we'll get to ride in this bonkers Stage 3 B8 S4 equipped with the Mercracing TVS1900 Supercharger, 034 Motorsport camshaft.
So those cams, while they're doing 30 wheel on the factory blower, they're doing even more on big blower.
An undisclosed amount more. And the rest of 034 goodies, which have given it all.
Are you serious, dude? Nah, come on. It's 100 episodes. Yeah, dude, go ahead. More power, baby! Yeah!
And I'm gonna even get to package some of the cool parts and ship them out to you guys. Let's get right into it.
Because 034 Motorsport is located in Fremont, California, and I'm in Seattle, Washington, all it took was a quick flight from Seattle to San Jose. Roll the footage.
Quick hour-and-a-half flight, and we are at 034 Motorsport. If I could actually place my finger correctly here, and of course the first thing you see is a dadmobile. That is exactly how it should be. I'm gonna take you guys for a quick walk around with all the cars that are lined up here, and then we'll jump into talking and hanging out with 034.
034 has been doing their Summerfest and Winterfest shows for a little over 10 years now. They started as an open house for the local Audi club groups, but is slowly growing into a full show, facility tour, dyno exhibition, and a raffle with nearly 800 attendees depending on the weather. We'll get to that bonkers 500 plus wheel horsepower Audi S4, but for now, let's go on a private facility tour with the head of marketing and sales.
Or not, I'm Nick at 034 Motorsport. We're here at our HQ for our WinterFest open house, where we have all of our shop cars on display, some of them running on the dyno as a bit of an exposition. We will go on a quick tour of the facility here, see all the areas, the nooks and crannies of how we work, as well as some fun cars outside for a car show of the local community. So come on with us. So we're in the service department right now. This is ZTF Automotive, so a subsidiary of 034 Motorsport, like we talked about earlier. But now we're going to go on to our side of the business.
Do I need a passport to enter?
You'll see over on your right, this is all of our raw stock, or one of many rows of raw stock of materials that we take off the shelf to build 034 Motorsport products. Depending on what the day's build might be, we'll head over here, grab the parts necessary, and start to put it together. But for now, we're gonna head over here first. Back behind here, as you guys may know, we are a tuning company, not just a hardware company. One of the tools that we utilize to tune vehicles is our chassis dynamometers. So this is a Mustang dyno that is linked together in four-wheel drive with inertia, so proper road inertia. So when you're on the dyno, you input the car's information, it sets up its weight, its gearing, all of that to match what it would take to accelerate the car down the road. This room in here has an active weather station, so we can record temperature, barometric pressure, density, altitude, etc., so that we can both look at the conditions in which we're tuning and in some instances even create the conditions we're looking for. So today we have one of our local customers, Gen 1 R8 on the dyno with our exhaust kit on it. And a mild tune. It's an NA car, so they don't pick up a ton, but just giving it a more throttle linearity and better throttle response, as well as helping wake up that exhaust. Various ethanol, methanol, pump fuel, so on, for whatever we need to do. We can create the fuel mixtures that we're looking for to test right here on the dyno, so I don't need to pull off and go to a station. Right?
Does that mean E85 and B8 soon? Not allowed to answer that.
You should take a look at the ethanol content sensor on that B8 over there. You go up to an aquarium, you don't knock on the glass to disturb the fish. We have the CEO fish making his famous chili for WinterFest. Javad cooks for every Summerfest and WinterFest. WinterFest, he does his chili. We're not going to disturb him. He's in the middle of it. We'll head this way. So you'll see here, this is one of our B9 S4 development vehicles. It's a 2018 Audi S4 with the old rockers, because it's not a big deal. One of our many development vehicles that we use as a test bench for all the products, hardware, and software that we develop. Going further in software development than most do, we will add additional sensors to capture all the data that we need to fully and holistically recalibrate the ECU to higher power limits and to accommodate larger turbochargers. So you'll notice that you'll see many different copper tubes, sensors, wires, components, etc., measuring different things. So you'll see pre-turbocharger EGT pressure and temperature on the right bank and left bank, post-catalytic converter EGT pressure and temperature, post-cat down here, all coming to this sensor bank on its own external CAN bus so that we can record that data in line with what we're data logging through the ECU and overlay that additional data. And it's crucial to have these installed to properly recalibrate all of the different turbo models within the ECU itself with real data. Anyone that isn't doing this isn't properly recalibrating those models. We have an outlay of just about every type of product we make here at 034 Motorsport. All of these products are a clean sheet design, so we start from nothing right at the beginning and design a product the way we would want it to be in the best case scenario. You'll see various examples of our design languages from our brake rotor kits, our drivetrain inserts, our OE and motorsport style mount upgrades, our chassis upgrades for better rigidity, our suspension upgrades for more control of your suspension and better application of the tire for cornering and general track driving. Down the line to power adders, as well as our various P34, S34, and X34 style intake systems, as well as other suction bundles. Some fun stuff, since I know you're a B8 guy. We have some 034 Motorsport cams sitting over here, and one of our stock, not ported blower, blowers here that we swap on the cars now and again when we need to do that type of testing. What this encompasses and what this means, we even have a few hiding back there. You're not going to find another tuning company and hardware development company that looks at the entire car as a clean sheet of paper and say, how do we optimize this to its fullest? So we don't just touch one part of the car and leave another part unoptimized. We're gonna look at the whole thing and determine how we can do this the best way possible.
Having the ability to just go to one company and transform your entire car with tuning and chassis and suspension and completely redo the car, whether you're drag racing, street racing, whatever you're doing, you guys bring the solutions to the table for every chassis you touch.
We call that our Dynamic Plus philosophy. It's like you bought the car from Audi or Volkswagen or BMW or whomever that we offer products for in a better and elevated level than you could have gotten from the factory, but it needs to fit, feel, drive, and be refined like an OEM product. We're gonna bring all this upgraded and added performance without compromising your reliability, your drivability, your ability to use these cars in just about any situation you can throw at it.
I'll talk to needforbuilt. I know him personally, actually.
You know needforbuilt?
I do know needforbuilt, yeah. He's a close friend of mine.
I heard he builds other people's cars for them with his own money.
Do you want him to build your car for you?
I do want him to build my car
for
me.
Well, send him an email. It's down in the description below.
Can I get those rotors too?
Yes, you can. I'll talk to 034. You know them?
Oh, no.
Some parts here.
Are you Nick at 034?
No. We're gonna go this way through to our tuning and hardware engineering offices. So it's where our calibrators that live on the dyno and collect data come back and make the adjustments. There's also a little more than just calibration happening. There's software engineering. Our team spends a ton of time reverse engineering the factory ecosystems. It is almost entirely in German. You have no idea what connects to what, and you spend a lot of time making a roadmap to determine what you're first going to do and what you're even touching before you do it. So that works into all that time that we take to develop the hardware and software that we do, particularly software in this case.
Now this is the room where all 034 products start their life as a concept, and using prototyping technology like 3D scanners and CAD software to create the products virtually. They also have 3D printers that can print in high-temp plastic, flexible plastic that's silicone-like, and carbon filament to rapid prototype usable samples for installation and verification. On the table displayed is the upcoming B9 RS5 intake. There's also 3D printed billet engine mounts for the B9 chassis and a few other examples that 034's team uses for testing. And of course, a final product display of what this billet caliper will look like for the upcoming B9 chassis big brake kit.
You can see Nate and Javad back from the beginning, back with the Project 80 TQ, is what started 034 back in unofficially 1998 and officially in 2004.
Wow.
So we've been kicking for a little bit.
Back in 2008, 1,000 horsepower, man, that's insane. Even now, it's kind of a lot, right?
It was unheard of. No one was tuning 5-cylinders to that level. It was throw an RS2 turbo on it and a chip and call it a day.
Can you give my B9 1,000 horsepower though?
Maybe.
Be very careful with this. Wow. That is cool. Man, this is sick, guys. Is this lighter than the OEM piston, or is it about the same? I don't know.
For much of any weight change, because you have to rebalance things.
Oh, yeah. We don't want to do that, right?
Drop in as possible.
And these are main studs?
Wagon head studs that allow you to not lift your head while running all the boost.
And these are, the same head studs that you'll see in, 2,000 horsepower RS3s. I mean, they're definitely built for the task.
I have some space in my suitcase.
Yeah.
Oh, and that too now, I guess. Yeah.
Mains here.
Oh, wow.
Same bit here.
Oh, Summer took them out. Told you I had sticky fingers.
These internals are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the B9 platform making over 1,000 horsepower in the near future. But 034 continues to push the platforms that have seemed to hit their limit. And speaking of pushing the boundaries, let's go for a spin in this big blower Audi S4. This specific car is what kickstarted the Supercharged 3.0T tuning at 034 Motorsport back in 2015 and has continued to be a test vehicle for their upgrades, along with 5 other Supercharged 3.0T cars on the staff side. Equipped with 034 Motorsport camshafts, the Mercracing 1900 TVS blower with the 2.7 pulley ratio. It also has 034's high pressure fuel pump upgrade with the stock low pressure fuel pump and OEM injectors for the time being. Riding on ZTF R014's wheels with 034's 2-piece rotors, engine mounts, and the full 034 suspension arm and line of insert offering.
I'm excited to finally get a feel for it and see what it is like, especially in development. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That supercharger is insane. This is on E40?
This is E40.
Man, this is some crazy sauce. It is so much louder than the ported 1320, and man, there's so much torque down low all the way through.
Yeah,
it pulls hard. I'm literally gonna hold my phone with both hands because
Tires are warm. What do you think RPM wise we should do?
a little bit lower. That thing
was at
it was
3,000.
hauling, huh? All right. Wow.
Even did a little bit of a spin on that, for
Bro,
such
that's
a
an
low
all-wheel
RPM.
drive burnout on dry surface.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's not that cold out either. Ultimately, if you're on the fence about it, it's a great upgrade.
Yeah, props to Jose. I understand it's a lot of money, but man, is it worth it.
It is big time worth it.
One more?
You know why it's worth it? That is insane.
Bro, this thing breaks necks. That is B9 hard launch,
Yeah,
man.
that is
That
crazy.
is insane. The
That
way
is
this
insane.
thing puts power down is great. The heart is like in the seat.
I know.
Do that again.
This is just
Makes
AW
sense.
touring and some headers. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's insane.
No, I love this car. I'm looking to buy one. It's so funny.
Additionally, 034 is the only company that has created a transmission tune that has full control over the clutch clamping pressure and capabilities to properly handle stage 2 plus and up torque amounts without needing to falsify any tuning data. Now, what really struck me about the setup is the OEM Plus integration of all the bolt-ons installed by 034's team. To finish off the WinterFest event, 034 always holds a raffle.
For raffle prizes, came on a tour, had some chili.
But I personally did not win anything. However, that wasn't important. What truly was important was the amazing time that I had with these fellow car enthusiasts and simply being brought together because we all shared the same passion. And with that, day 1 at 034 Motorsport comes to an end. And if you want to see what happened on day 2 and day 3, you're gonna have to wait until next week to see me scared for my life, hitting some twisties in Mexico with this bonkers Stage 3 GTI. We'll get to privately speak with the CEO of 034 and even package B9 SQ5 parts, sign them, and give them away to you guys. And to enter this giveaway, all you need to do is go become a member of this channel.
2 bazookas?
So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Hip hop, hip hop.
Day 2 out of 3, we got my boy Nick and the Mark 8.